From Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Blue Sox with a record of 12-7, third in the ICL, visiting the Andre Chiefs with a record of 9-11, seventh in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play stories. The Blue Sox come off their second consecutive loss, another frustrating one at that, to the Watertown Reds 3-2 walk-off bases-loaded single. Did them in last night after leading 2-0. After taking the lead in the third, and they could not hold it, and they could not have the lead hold up, and they couldn't add on to it either. And the task doesn't get any easier against the inimitable Jared Frenny tonight for the Blue Sox as they try to snap this two-game losing streak. This is the only game on the slate for the Intercity League tonight, as the other game in Melrose was washed out due to field conditions. So the Blue Sox need this win to take sole possession of now his second place in the Intercity League, as Watertown is 2 games up on them in the win column. Here's the starting lineup for the Blue Sox in the navy blue Speedline jerseys with white script, numbers, and inserts. Aaron Barbosa is going to lead it off in right field, followed by Ross Curley at short. Taylor Ferguson is in center. Julian Alvarez is in left. Dan Graham is the DH. Justin Silvestro is at third. Jeff Vigers is behind the plate. Morgan Brown is at second, and Dorian Rojas rounds out the lineup at first base. As mentioned, they will face right-hander Jared Frenny. Could go down in history as probably the best to ever toe the rubber in the Intercity League. 3-1 in 6 appearances with a 1.50 ERA, 32 2/3 innings, 26 hits, 15 runs. Only 7 which are earned, walked 15 and struck out 48. He was tied for the league lead in strikeouts going into action last night before Matt Horan broke that with a 7 strikeout performance last night. Frenny has had his warts in recent years, which is not saying much in terms of, compared to the average pitcher. Like, his strikeouts per inning rate is as high as it's ever been. But after that insane 2013 season in which he went 10-0 with averaging almost 7 innings a game, his ERA's ballooned a little bit. He's and his whip has also skyrocketed. First pitch at 8:04 to Aaron Barbosa is in there for strike 1, and we're underway. But if you need one Intercity League pitcher to pitch with something on the line, you'll want Frenny. This is grounded to short, and the play from Witkowski to Copa is in time. And much like we saw last inning, last night, the Blue Sox going up swinging early, and that one will result in a ground out. I am aware of the camera freezing, folks. I'll fix that in just a second. So we'll have to go, having some issues with the camera. We'll go audio only for just a second, as that's strike 1 to Ross Curley. Up and away with the fastball, and it's 1-1 to Roscoe. Ross, 286 hitter with 2 homers at 8 RBIs. Takes ball 2, 2-1. Three and 1 to Ross. And Ross grounds this one to the left side. It's Witkowski again. He'll fire on to first in time, 2 down. So on a 3-1 count, Ross grounds out to short, and that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson. Ferguson, a .333 hitter with 2 homers at 8 RBIs, including an inside the Parker, a great backhand stop by Johnny Welch at third base, and the throw's a little offline, but Copa puts the tag on Taylor for the out that retires the side. So 3 groundouts in the inning for the Blue Sox, and after half an inning, it is the Blue Sox nothing, and the Chiefs coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Hoping this has fixed the problem. For now it has. All right, so video's back on. Didn't miss much in the bottom of the in the top of the first. 3 groundouts for the Blue Sox. Just an 8-pitch inning thrown by Frenny there. Another quick first inning. And as the Blue Sox go down without much of a fight, much like last night, although the Blue Sox did have 2 hits in that inning, but again, came up empty. Here's the starting lineup for the Andre Chiefs in their usual maroon jerseys with white letters and numbers with a gold trim. Matt Nuzzo is going to lead it off at second base, followed by Juan Portes in left. Johnny Welch is at third. Ben Waldrop is in right. Levi Ventura is the DH. Pete Copa is at first. Nate Witkowski is at short. Tony Serino is in center. And Shane Stand rounds out the lineup behind the plate. And they will face the veteran Drew Brzezowski for the Lexington Blue Sox on the mound tonight. Brzezowski making his 4th appearance of the season, 1-0. First start, 3 1/3 innings. 3 hits allowed, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. His first appearance against the Chiefs, and of course he's thrown 3 series-clinching victories against the Chiefs in the Intercity League Championship Series in his career. In terms of regular season games, this is certainly a equally dire situation as the Blue Sox are playing the first of 10 games, the second of 10 games in 11 days. 10 games in 13 days, I should say. They're 0-1 to start that stretch. That's strike 1 to Matt Nuzzo, the all-star second baseman. Nuzzo takes outside ball 1. Nuzzo batting .370 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. Chiefs as a team have hit 18 home runs. A diving great attempt by Justin Silvestro at third base, but it squirts through and into left field for a base hit. Can't knock the hustle for Silvestro, but that'll be a leadoff single on a 1-1 pitch for Nuzzo, and that brings up Juan Portes. Portes, 192 hitter, 1 homer and 3 RBI, was the Intercity League MVP in his first season with the Chiefs in 2012. And he skies this one foul to the right now to play for strike 1. I mean, playing in a bandbox or not, like Maplewood, Chuck Andre always seems to find the best power hitters and bring them to the Chiefs, as he's got 4 players with 4 home runs this season. Johnny Welch, Ben Waldrop, Levi Ventura. This is up the middle. Diving knockdown by Curley. He'll go to first, and it won't be in time. It's back-to-back singles for the Chiefs to begin the ball game. And now the real thunder comes to the plate, starting with the former Intercity League MVP, Johnny Welch. In back-to-back seasons, he had Welch and then Mike Hart put together 2 of the most impressive offensive campaigns in Intercity League history. Welch batting .467, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. He had 8 home runs in 2014, his first season with the Chiefs, as that's in there for strike 1. So Drew not having trouble getting ahead of the Chiefs hitters, but could use a ground ball here. That'll be fouled into the overhang and drop next to the Blue Sox dugout, and it'll be 0-2. The defensive alignment for the Blue Sox, left to right in the outfield, Alvarez, Ferguson, and Barboza. Third to first in the infield, Silvestro, Curley, Brown, and Rojas, and Jeff Figers catching Drew Brzezowski. At the knees for strike 3, and there's a big first out as Welch is retired on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Here's Ben Waldrop, and what a find he's been. Probably the front runner for Intercity League Rookie of the Year. Waldrop batting .397 with 4 homers and 8 RBIs. 1,100 OPS. And a bluff to second, rather, by Brzezowski. But going back to Welch for a second, it should be noted that he's got 4 home runs and 13 RBIs in 8 games. He hasn't even played half the season. He's among the league leaders in home runs. Strike 1. I mean, those are... I mean, in a full season, those could get you consideration for Intercity League MVP. But he's just doing it in half a season. Nuzzo at second, Portes at first. This is into right field. Back goes Barboza. He camps under it, and he makes the catch. The throw comes into the infield and will be cut off. Nuzzo tags and advances to third. With Waldrop's power, that could have easily gotten out, but and with the short right field fence, but it's actually deeper to right field than it is to center field, as I'm sure I've told you before. But nevertheless, 2 down. Here's another Intercity League Rookie of the Year candidate in Levi Ventura. Ventura, 320, 4 homers, 12 RBIs. And he takes strike 1. So Nuzzo now at third and Portes at first. And the pitch, fouled the other way, and it's 0-2. Blue Sox went 1-2-3 on 8 pitches in the top half of this inning. 3 groundouts. Back-to-back singles to lead off this inning for the Chiefs. And a called third strike. 2 called third strikes in the inning for Ventura. For Brzezowski, rather, and he gets out of the first and second nobody out jam. After 1 complete, still Blue Sox nothing, Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com, localsportsproductions.com/services, I should say, or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Camera froze again. I'm aware, folks. Having some issues with the camera today. Here we go to the top of the second, and it'll be the middle third of the order. What's up, Sal?
What's going on? What's up?
Sal Mirabella, ladies and gentlemen. Big Sal, not baby Sal. Sal, you walking by the camera froze it. 2-0 the count. Again, we're having more trouble with the camera, folks. I will try to fix this as quickly as possible. We'll go audio only as it's rifled the other way and foul for strike 1 to Julian. And Julian broke his bat in the process, so he's going to need to get a fresh one. Julian, 341, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. The Blue Sox really missed his bat, but he is back in the lineup. Julian's had the power stroke here to this in his career with the Blue Sox. And he was looking for Lynn with that one, but came up empty, and it's 2-2. Strike 3 called, and Frenny comes all the way back from 2-0 to strike out Alvarez, and Alvarez not happy with the call. Needs to make sure he doesn't get tossed here. The Blue Sox need his bat in the lineup. Here is Dan Graham, the DH. And Graham takes outside ball 1. Grammer takes up and in, ball 2. Graham, 5 years ago, had the big, or was that Gath? It was Gath who drew the walk to load the bases on a controversial. And the Blue Sox not happy with that strike call either. The entire Blue Sox dugout giving the home plate umpire grief over that call. This could be a long game. And Graham rifles that one into right field for a base hit. So the Blue Sox have their first base runner of the game, first base hit of the game, and it'll be Justin Silvestro, the third baseman. That's outside for ball 1. And again, the camera keeps freezing. I'm really sorry, folks, for the camera issues. Hasn't been like this in a long time. As Stroh comes up empty. 1-1. I think I have a solution, and time is called, as I believe that's Stand who called time. All right, so I think I've got a solution for this, folks. So we're just going to do one little thing here. As this is smoked into right center field, that's going to get down for extra bases. Graham is on his way to third, and he will be waved around third by Rick DeAngelis. The throw to the plate, and it is in time. Stand blocked the plate, and Graham is thrown out 8-4-2. It's a double for Silvestro, but the run will have to wait, and it'll be up to Jeff Vigers with 2 outs. Great positioning by Stand, though. And Vigers comes up empty for strike 1. So Silvestro picks up his 4th double, which ties him with Russo for the team lead in that department. But his 10th RBI will have to wait. Vigers chops this one high, pulls the first baseman off the bag, but it's Frenny who's going to take it all the way, who's going to come up with it and tag the bag himself for the out that retires the side. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after 1.5, it is still the Blue Sox nothing and the Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. All right. Just switch the USB ports on the camera, folks, so hopefully this will be good enough to last us through the rest of the game. So both pitchers work around a couple of base hits in the early going. Let's see what the Chiefs have in store here in the bottom of the second with the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Pete Copa, Nate Witkowski, and Tony Serino. Copa entering play 244, 1 homer, and 8 RBIs. In 2016, he only batted .232, as that's on the inside corner for strike one. But he drew 24 walks against 9 strikeouts, which turned his .232 average into a .459 on base percentage. And Brzezowski is ahead of Copa 0-2. Copa had 3 consecutive seasons of 15 or more walks between 2015 and 2017. This is a high chopper up the middle. Brown fires to first in time, 1 down. So that'll bring up Nate Witkowski, the shortstop. Witkowski entering play 327, 6 RBIs, and 6 doubles. That's up and in for ball 1. One and one the count to Witkowski. Witkowski in his 7th season with the Blue Sox pops this one up into shallow right. Out goes Brown, and he makes the catch, 2 down. So Brown's busy this inning, and that'll bring up Tony Serino, the center fielder. Serino had long been a force at the top of the Chiefs lineup, but he's batting .232 this year and is in the number 8 slot tonight. 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. And he takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Jackknifes him a bit, 1 and 1. All the Blue Sox, after the chirping in the top of the second, all they're looking for is consistency in these calls. That's all you can ask for in an umpire. It's 2 and 1. There wasn't much argument on the play that Graham got thrown out on. It's just a great relay and a great block by Stand, as that's fouled off. 2 and 2. Serino stepping out of the box and going to reset. Even in the count, 2 and 2. And the pitch from Brzezowski. Runs in and hits him. Third base runner of the ball game. For the Chiefs. And let's see what the catcher Shane Stand can do after a phenomenal block and tag, preventing the Blue Sox from getting on the board last inning. Stand batting .188, 7 RBIs. He's drawn 12 walks. And he grounds this one to the left side. Silvestro will go to first, and the throw is in time as Josue Feliciano is now playing first base. And after 2 complete, it is the Blue Sox nothing and the Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. We go to the top of the third. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Blue Sox: Morgan Brown, Josue Feliciano, and Aaron Barboza. Brown starting at second base after coming in defensively the last couple of games for Justin Silvestro. Thomas Russo not in the lineup tonight, as that is inside for ball one. Brown batting .389 in 13 games with 2 RBIs and 1 double. And Frenny misses downstairs, 2-0. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Chiefs. Check swing, and that's a strike. And it'll be 2-1 to Brown. Frenny winds and delivers, and that's inside, 3-1. Frenny last pitched on the 16th as Frenny issues a walk. Pitched 1 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, one unearned run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So that'll bring up Josue Feliciano in a possible sacrifice situation. And anticipating that, Welch has come way in. Feliciano gets the bunt down in front of Frenny. He bobbles it. Only play will be to first, and it's in time. The sacrifice goes 1-4 as Nuzzo went over to the bag to cover. And Feliciano picks up his 4th sacrifice hit of the season. So the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza, who grounded out to short his first time up. Frenny, in his career, is 54-11-2 with 1 save in the regular season. Career ERA of 1.26, as that's low for ball one. Of course, that ERA has come up from below 1 in recent years. He was injured for much of 2016. Barboza takes outside, 2-0. Pitched his heart out in Game 3 of the championship series against the Blue Sox in 2016. But the Blue Sox ended up winning that game and completing a sweep. So that's low, ball 3. Ross Curley on deck. This is the thing that's climbed substantially for Frenny in recent years, is that runs inside and nearly hits him. And the Blue Sox have first and second with one out. Frenny's walked 15 batters in 32 2/3 innings. As this is into right field for a base hit. Brown is going to be held at third as it wasn't hit hard enough, or maybe too hard. So the bases are loaded with one out for Taylor Ferguson. Just got into right field. Ross goes first pitch swinging. Here's Ferguson, ground out to third. His first time up in the first. And that's a slider in there for strike one. Ferguson had a 2-run home run last night, but that was an inside the Parker to right where there is no fence. He hits this one to left field. Back goes Portes, reaches up. He can't make the catch. 1 run scores. Here comes another, and Curley's going to be held at third. It's a 2-run double for Taylor Ferguson. 4 RBIs in his last 2 games, and the Blue Sox take a 2-0 lead. So that'll bring up Julian Alvarez. And he chops this one towards the Chiefs' dugout for strike one. Julian called out on strikes his last time up on a controversial pitch. Got 2 runners in scoring position here. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 2, and Alvarez thought that was low. He did a good job to hold his tongue there. Infield in. And the pitch, foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3. And Alvarez goes down on strikes for the second time, and it'll be up to Dan Graham. Well, the Blue Sox have scored 2 runs in the 3rd consecutive game, but they really need more against Frenny and the Chiefs' offense. Graham singled his last time up, but was thrown out at home, trying to score on a double by Silvestro. It's ball 1. 4 hits already in the ball game for the Blue Sox. Way outside, 2-0. Who will ever forget that complete game 1-hitter on 3 days rest Frenny pitched back in the 2013 Championship Series? That's outside, 3-0. Justin Silvestro on deck. Already someone warming for the Chiefs, and they just put Graham on. They just let him go. So they'll take their chances with Silvestro. Again, doubled his last time up. Was hoping to drive Graham home, but he was thrown out on that great defensive relay. Third baseman Welch off the bag and in. And it's a check swing, but he went around, says the home plate umpire. And it's strike 1 to Stroh. So the bases are filled with Blue Sox with 2 outs. Chiefs decided they were not going to let Graham hurt him. Please, Grammer, don't hurt him. That's outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Home plate umpire announced a 2-ball count, but he definitely called strike 1 on the first pitch. This is off of Freddie and into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The throw to the plate is not in time, and it is 4-0 Blue Sox. They didn't want to pitch to Graham. They decided to pitch to Silvestro, and he burned them. It's 4-0. That'll bring up Jeff Igers, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Igers grounded out to Frenny, 1 unassisted. As he smokes this one into left center field, that's going to get down for a base hit. Being waved around third is Graham. This time he will score standing up, and it is 5-0. Is that the new rallying cry of the Blue Sox offense? Whose pants are they? What? I'm going to have to get Ross on the broadcast sometime and figure out what we're talking about. I mean, I assume we're talking about someone needed a new pair of pants for this ball game, brought the wrong pants, but did both Silvestro and Vigers? Oh, my God. So the Blue Sox have batted around. This ties their biggest inning of the year with 5 runs. Looking for more with Silvestro at second, Vigers at first, and Morgan Brown, who got this party started with a leadoff walk in this inning. And a swing and a miss. Well, he was ramped up there. Just wanted to ambush one and came up empty, and it's strike 1. Oh, 0-2 the count, as they're still not happy with the strike zone. Yeah. That landed in the turf, but did it cross the plate in time is the question. And that'll be called third strike. Brown frozen at the call, but the Blue Sox will take it. They needed that eruption. 5 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left. And after 2.5, it is the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. "26 pitches in that inning for Jared Frenny. And I just heard Rick DeAngelis talking to his guys saying the game's not over, 5's not enough. And that's the attitude you got to have when you're trying to snap a losing streak and try to wrap up a playoff berth and try to ride into the postseason on a high note. Good start, certainly. But the Chiefs have the top of the lineup coming up here, the top third here in the bottom of the third. Matt Nuzzo, Juan Portes, and Johnny Welch. And Nuzzo led off the bottom of the first with a single, and that's fouled towards the Chiefs' dugout for strike 1. But the Blue Sox are not alone in jaw jack, and I don't know if the Chiefs were jacking at the umpire or at the Blue Sox. But emotions are running high on both sides tonight. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Chuck and Rick are like brothers, but got to rein in their guys. Make sure this doesn't blow out of control tonight. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Blew the fastball right by him. And there's one down. Third strikeout for Brzezowski. And that brings up Juan Portes. Hit an 0-1 pitch for a single his first time up. And he takes outside ball one. This is fouled into the overhang, and it's 1-1. 5 runs. Not enough, says Rick DeAngelis, and you better believe it. You know, tiny park like this. Brzezowski's lucky that one stayed high. Portes could have sent that one to Chelsea. That's in there for strike two. Portes not happy with the call, but not verbal about it. And the 2-2. Called third strike. Someone not happy in the Chiefs dugout with that call, but fourth strikeout, and I worry this could get ugly. Low for ball one. Last time we were here was for a Blue Sox Mad Dogs game, and that game got dicey with some of the calls that the teams weren't happy with. One of the Mad Dogs players was tossed in that game for arguing balls and strikes. Fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 to Welch. That's low for ball two. Brzezowski winds and delivers. Popped up. Don't know if that would have stayed in the park without the overhang, but it'll remain 2-2. Now, even with the trees surrounding Maplewood Field, you got a bunch of houses around here, and those pop-ups could easily go over those trees and into people's yards, maybe damage their houses. So that's why we have that screen directly over home plate. This is smoke deep into left center field. Back goes Ferguson to the wall. He leaps, and it is gone. Johnny Welch picks up his 5th home run of the season at his 14th RBI, and the Chiefs are on the board. It's 5-1. So that'll bring up Ben Waldrop. So Welch now has the home run lead all by himself in the Interstate League. This is ground to the right side, fielded by Brown. He boots it, he loses it, and that'll be an error that allows Waldrop to reach. Should have been the end of the inning. Instead, Levi Ventura gets a chance to bat. Two quick outs, but now a home run and an error. And more power at the plate in Ventura, who takes strike one. Ventura struck out looking, his first time up to end the first. Waldrop at first. Fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Brown had him played perfectly, too. He was playing shotgun in short right field and couldn't field the ball cleanly. 0-2 the count. The pitch, popped foul. Remains 0-2. Brzezowski comes set. The pitch on the outside corner for strike 3 called. Ventura looking for an explanation. He's still mouthing off, and that'll do it. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Brzezowski. He's got 5, but the Chiefs get 1 run back on the solo home run by Welch. And after 3 complete, it is the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Josue Feliciano lead things off here in the top of the 4th. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And the first pitch is a ball from Tim Dunphy. And Dunphy misses outside, ball 2. So Dunphy takes over after Frenny just goes 3 innings, allowing 5 runs, 6 hits, as that's on the outside corner, 2-1. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks. That's in there as well, 2-2. So from 2-0 back to even at 2-2. And the pitch, grounded to the left side, in the hole, scooping it is Witkowski, on to first in time. So the leadoff man retired, and that'll turn the lineup over for Aaron Barboza. Walked and scored last inning. And Dunphy gets strike 1 in there, 0-1. Dunphy last pitch on the 18th against Reading. 2 innings, 1 hit allowed. Nice stab by Dunphy on the comebacker, and he rifles it over to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up Ross Curley. Singleton scored last inning, also grounded out to short. Dunphy on the year, 1-1 with an even 3 ERA, 28 innings, 26 hits, 13 runs, 12 of which are earned, walked 5, struck out 11. 0-1 the count to Ross. Comes back over the plate for strike 2. Dunphy got the win in 7 innings against the Blue Sox. As is down the right field line and fair for a base hit. Ross is going to take the turn, head for second, and he will keep going as the ball went into the corner. He's on his way to third. He will slide safely with a triple. So a 2-out triple for Ross, his first triple of the year. And that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson, who got the Blue Sox on the board with a 2-run double his last time up. And now a little bit of a delay as Ross is slow getting up after that slide at third, and he's limping a little bit. I have the all-turf infield here. And it looks like they're telling Thomas Russo to get a helmet and get out there because Ross Curley's coming out of the game. So Ross will take a seat. Tough break there for Ross. Russo pinch running at third. We'll find out the defensive alignment as Ferguson hits this one. It's bobbled by the shortstop. Witkowski fires onto first, however, and on one pitch, the 2-out triple is erased. So after 3.5, we're halfway home. It is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Few changes for the Blue Sox defensively as we begin the bottom of the fourth, necessitated by the injury to Ross Curley. Morgan Brown has moved over from second base to short. Thomas Russo is now in the game at second base, as the first pitch to Pete Copa is in there for strike one from the new pitcher, Nick Godfroy. So Drew Brzezowski goes 3 innings, allows 1 run on 3 hits. Give you his full line, also Freddie's full line a little bit. There's a towering pop-up, Brown coming over, and he makes the catch for a quick out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Nate Witkowski, the shortstop. Popped up to second his first time up as he pops this one up into the overhang for strike 1. This is ground to the left side. Diving knockdown by Brown, and it kicks away from him towards the left field line. Alvarez had to come over and play it, but thankfully it didn't trickle too far. That would allow Witkowski advance to second, so it'll be a single. And that'll bring up Tony Serino. Serino was hit by a pitch his first time up in the second. Godfrey took the loss last night and went a third of an inning against Watertown, but he's back on the mound tonight. And that run he allowed was unearned, so that lowered his ERA to .84. His ERA matches his whip, .84. Good curveball, just missed, and it's 1-1. Godfrey delivers. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. And there are 2 down. So that'll bring up Shane Stand. Shane Stand grounded out to third to end the second his first time up. And the first pitch to him is a curveball that nearly went high, and then it fell into the lap of Vigers. That could have easily been called a strike if Vigers stayed back on it, I think. By the way, I forgot to mention, advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. That's high, 2-0. Stand takes strike 1, 2-1. High with the fastball, ball 3, and the leadoff hitter, Matt Nuzzo, due up next. Godfrey delivers. Low for ball 4. So first and second, Rick D'Angelo said 5's not enough. Well, the tying run is now in the on-deck circle for the Chiefs. Here's Nuzzo. 1 for 2 with a single. Pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. Nuzzo's got 2 home runs on the year. That's taken for a strike, and that evens the count at 1. Nuzzo grounds this one to the right side. Russo fires to first in time. And the side is retired as Russo Getting his first action at second base this year. Makes the play. Side is retired, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And after 4 complete, it is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising/services. I did it again, /services, or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So the lines on our starting pitchers for Jared Frenny: 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of which are earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 48 pitches, 28 for strikes. He is on the hook for the loss. Drew Brzezowski, who won't get a decision because he only pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman, 45 pitches, 35 for strikes. So here's Julian Alvarez with the middle third of the order due up for the Blue Sox. And Alvarez takes outside ball 1. Alvarez has gone down on strikes twice tonight. He's going to ground this one to short. Nuzzo has it. Fires on to first. 1 down. So a quick first out, and that'll bring up Dan Graham. Graham singled and was thrown at home in the second. Received an intentional walk and then scored in the third. As you take strike 1. That brushes him back a little bit, and it's 1-1. It's fouled off. And it's 1-2. The 5 earned runs are the most Frenny has allowed in a start this year. But it's not the most runs he's allowed in a start this year. This is into right center field. That's going to get down all the way to the fence. Graham is on his way to second, and he will get there standing with a 1-out double. It's 5 earned runs is the most Frenny has allowed this year, but it's not the most runs, period, he's allowed in a start this year. He allowed 8 runs in 6 1/3 innings against Watertown on June 20th. It's a good piece of hitting on 2 strikes. And here's Justin Silvestro, who comes up empty for strike 1. Stroh is 2 for 2 with a double and a single, has 2 RBIs. And he's going to chop this one towards the Blue Sox dugout and make it 0-2. And a swing and a miss, a good breaking ball down and away. And Silvestro is retired for the first time. 2 down, that'll bring up Jeff Vigers. Big Z 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Blue Sox would like to get this lead back up to 5 with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Chiefs next inning, as Vigers will foul that one off for strike one. And I'm aware the camera's frozen again, folks. I will fix that as quickly as possible. Go to audio only for just a second while I fix it. Vigers takes down and away, ball one. That's low, 2-1 to Vigers. And Vigers smokes this one into center field, and it will be caught by Sereno for the out that retires the side. So no runs, one hit, no errors, and one left. And after 4.5, it is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks, with the camera. We'll go audio only for now, and hopefully we'll have a fix later on. As Nick Godfrey is back out there for his second inning of work, and he's even in the count 1-1 with Juan Portes, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. Godfrey comes set, and the pitch is driven deep to left field, but it's going to hang up and be caught by Alvarez. Sounded good off the bat, but Julian runs it down, and 1 up, 1 down. The Blue Sox have retired the leadoff hitter in every inning except the first. One run, 4 hits, no errors, 6 left for the Chiefs. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 5 left for the Blue Sox. Here's Johnny Welch. Welch drove a solo homer to dead center his last time up, and he swings and misses for strike one. It's 1 for 2. In just 9 games now, he has the league lead in the Intercity League for home runs, and he comes up empty there. It's 0-2 with 5. Over the course of a 28-game season, that would obliterate the record for home runs in a season that he himself set, at least since 2006. He grounds this one up the middle and through for a base hit. You know, when you're down 4, you'll take base hits any way you can get them, and Welch is 2 for 3, and that brings up Ben Waldrop. Waldrop reached on an error his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Well, I've been overruled as Waldrop did get a credit for a base hit there, so on his last play, so that erases the Blue Sox error. And Waldrop swings at a high one and fouls it off for strike one. Bottom of the fifth, 5-1 our score. Both starters went 3 innings, although in drastically different fashions. Brzezowski pitched 3 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Freni pitched 3 innings, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. Waldrop goes fishing outside, and it's 0-2. This is the meat of the order coming up right here. We had Welch, who just singled, down Waldrop, and then Ventura. We have a combined 13 home runs between the 3 of them. The 0-2. This is smoked into right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. It's fielded by Ferguson. He rifles it back into the infield, and Welch will be forced to hold at second. So Godfroy unable to put away 2 power hitters at 0-2 counts. And that'll bring up Levi Ventura, who can make it a 1-run ball game with 1 swing of the bat. Matt Karras out to have a word with Godfroy, and let's see how he attacks the designated hitter Levi Ventura. The first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. That's how he's been getting ahead. A curveball on the first pitch, trying to take advantage of the Chiefs hitter's aggression. This is grounded to the left side. It'll be a step on third by Silvestro, and on to first for a 5-3 double play that ends the inning. So after 5 complete, it is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. And we've got picture again. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. You can also follow the Blue Sox on the web, local sports production, LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram, BlueSox_ICL. Five runs, 8 hits, no errors, 5 left for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors, and 7 left for the Chiefs. Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning except the first. Chiefs have had a base runner in every inning. And it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Blue Sox against Tim Dunphy. And the pitch to Morgan Brown is foul at the dish for strike 1. Brown walked and scored in the third and also struck out looking to end the third. That was his only at-bat to this point. Only at-bats to this point. He chops this one to the left side. Witkowski sets, fires to first in time, 1 down. That'll bring up Josue Feliciano, lay down a sac bunt in the third, ground out to short in the fourth. He is 0 for 1. And Sway takes strike 1. Sway tries to bunt his way on, but fouls it off, and it'll be 0-2. This is the fourth and final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. The Blue Sox hold the lead in the season series 2-1, hoping to make it a 3-1 if they can hold on here. Outside, 1-2. And Sway flares this one down the right field line, but foul. Tim Dunphy in his third inning of relief right now for the Chiefs. And he gets him to pop this one up. Coming in is Sereno, and he makes the catch, 2 down. Sereno has allowed a double and a triple since coming in, but no runs. And the lap turns over for Aaron Barboza, who's 0 for 2. Walked and scored in the third. And that's sandwiched between 2 groundouts. Lefty against lefty, and the pitch is popped foul into the overhang for strike 1. Blue Sox hoping to end a 2-game losing streak. They've lost 3 of their last 4 to opponents you would think they should easily handle. Even that their one win in that stretch, as this is into left field, and this will be caught by Portes for the out that retires the side. More on that thought in a little bit, but we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast, or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. New pitcher for the Blue Sox is Kelvin Guzman. Godfrey goes 2 innings of scoreless relief. It would be his win if this holds. Guzman making his second appearance of the season. 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts against Melrose back on July 20th. Here's Pete Copa to lead things off for the Chiefs. And Calvin pours in strike 1. Copa, Witkowski, and Sereno due up here in the bottom of the 6th for the Chiefs. That bounces to the plate on a curveball, and it's 1-1. As I was saying, the Blue Sox have lost 3 of their last 4, to fall from 11-5 to 12-8. From 11-4 to 12-7, as that's up and in 2-1. And those games, those losses, have all been against teams you'd think they should handle. This is lined into left field, out of the reach of Brown for a leadoff base hit. And they lost to the Alabrandis 8-4. Lost to Melrose 6-2, and in doing so, allowed the Americans franchise to win the season series against the Blue Sox for the first time since records were being kept online in 2006. And they lost to Watertown 3-2 last night. That one win was just a 3-2 win over the Somerville Royals. That misses outside for ball 1. And it took a Dominic Zare laser from left field to preserve that win in the top of the 7th. This is popped up into right field. This could be a tough play. Sway going out. Here comes Russo. It's in foul territory. And they did not make the play. I know it's hard. I know we can't see behind the Blue Sox dugout here, but no out signal from the umpires, as you saw. So it'll be a loud strike 1. And it's 1-1 to Witkowski. Witkowski 1 for 2 with a single. Guzman misses down and in. It skips to the backstop, and Copa's going to get to second on the wild pitch. So a runner now in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th for Witkowski. Guzman comes set. And the pitch. Chopped up the middle. Tipped by Guzman. It's going to be stopped in center field by the diving Russo. But it'll be a single for Witkowski. He's 2 for 3. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter. And Kyle Dombrowski is going to pinch hit for Shane Stand. Dombrowski, a .286 hitter with 1 homer and 7 RBIs. And Dombrowski lines this one. It's underneath the glove of Silvestro into left field for a base hit. In comes Copa. And now the tying run comes to the plate as Dombrowski does more than his job. Matt Karras out to have a word with Guzman. I misspoke. Lineup turns over for Matt Nuzzo. Oh, wow. I didn't see a throw down to first and back safely is Dombrowski. And I actually misspoke. They did make the catch on the play by Sereno. I didn't see an out signal from the umpires. My mistake, folks. Completely whiffed on that. As that's outside. One and one the count to Nuzzo. Nuzzo's 1 for 3 with a single. Tying run at the plate. A swing and a miss. One and two the count. Missed low. 2-2. Sereno at second. Dombrowski at first. 2-2 the count to Nuzzo. One out in the inning. This is popped up. And this is going to be in front of the right fielder, Barboza. And now the bases are loaded. Dombrowski was Barboza was playing very deep for Nuzzo. Bases loaded, one out. The tying run at first. The go-ahead run at the plate in the person of Juan Portes. And we're going to have a pitching change coming to you from Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass. Blue Sox 5, Chiefs 2. This is Blue Sox Baseball on LSP. So Manny Del Carmen comes in for Kelvin Guzman with the bases loaded and one out. Del Carmen in his toughest spot as a Blue Sox. And this is chopped down the third base line, but it will be a foul ball. And it's strike one. Portes is 1 for 3 with a single. Portes, a 192 hitter coming into play tonight. Looking for a big hit here. Takes ball one. This year against the Blue Sox, including tonight, is 2 for 8 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Fouled off. And it's 1-2. Kelvin Guzman goes a third of an inning, allows 3 hits. Really bailed out by Thomas Russo, is the one who made the play down behind the Blue Sox dugout on the foul ball by Witkowski. That's blocked by Vigers. He loses sight of it, but the runners get back. They throw down to third. He's safe. So 2-2. That was a close play. Sereno almost got nabbed by Vigers. 2-2 the count to Portes. The pitch, lined foul. Rick DeAngelo said after the 5-run third, 5's not enough. It certainly doesn't feel like that right now if you're a Blue Sox fan. Bases filled with Chiefs. Del Carmen comes set. The 2-2. Fouled off. Great battle here by Portes. Fell behind 1-2. Took that ball. He's fouled off 2 in a row. Del Carmen peers in, comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to third, rather, as Vigers nearly sniped Sereno again. So 2 down for Johnny Welch. He's 2 for 3. Already has 1 home run. If he can get another, it would give the Chiefs the lead. Del Carmen comes set. First pitch to Welch. Down the heart of the plate for strike 1. So Del Carmen wins a 7-pitch battle with Portes. And the 0-1 to Welch. Low, gets away from Vigers, but again with the short backstop. No chance for the runners to advance. 1-1. The short backstop is at Lexington High. That's a run for Sereno. Here it's just ball 1. Del Carmen comes set. And the 1-1. Grounder to the right side. Russo on to first, and the Blue Sox survive. 1 run allowed, but Del Carmen retires both batters he faces here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And after 6, Blue Sox still in the lead, 5-2 over the Chiefs. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, and stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Also, advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Thomas Russo, who made a play that I didn't think happened last inning, and then had the ground out to squelch the Chiefs rally in the bottom of the 6th, gets his first plate appearance here. And he takes inside ball 1. Russo took over in Ross Curley's spot after Curley was injured, sliding into third on a triple. As that's in there for strike 1. Russo, 295, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs. As he inside out swings this one to second, fielded by Nuzzo. On to first. In time, 1 out. That'll bring up Taylor Ferguson, 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. And Ferguson takes at the knees, strike 1. These two batters, Ferguson and Alvarez, are who you need to come alive in this spot against a left-hander. Two right-handed power bats as that's fouled into the screen for strike 2. He reaches for this one, grounds it to second, coming over is Nuzzo, fires to first, not in time. It's an infield single for Ferguson. So Ferguson's 2 for 4, and let's see if Julian Alvarez can erase his 0 for 3 with a big hit right here. Alvarez chops this one to the left side, but Welch will field it in foul territory for strike 1. It's been Freni and Dunphy on the mound for the Chiefs, Brzezowski, Godfrey, Guzman, and Del Carmen for the Blue Sox. The 0-1, outside, 1-1. Russo not going anywhere at first. The pitch is low, ball 2. This is grounded to second. Could be 2. Nuzzo to Witkowski for 1. He bobbles it! Russo is out. 4-6. Alvarez reaches on the fielder's choice. And now Dan Graham. 2 for 2. Singled in the second. Walked and scored in the third. Doubled in the fifth. 2 out, runner at first. And he takes outside, ball 1. Alvarez anchored to the bag at first. The pitch, that's in there for strike 1 to even the count. Dunphy has done a phenomenal job silencing the Blue Sox bats after they came alive in the third. Check swing, it's inside, 2-1. And Graham fouls this one off, 2-2. Graham in year 12 with the Lexington Blue Sox. Was the 2007 Intercity League MVP. And he takes outside, ball 3. Chiefs are ready to take a few steps towards the dugout. But it'll be one more pitch at least to Graham. Alvarez will be off with the pitch. Here it is. Skied into left center field. Over is Portes. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So 4 innings of shutout relief by Tim Dunphy have kept the Chiefs in this one. Let's see what they can do in the bottom of the 7th. Closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 5, Chiefs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services. I did it right this time. Or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here we go to the bottom of the seventh, the middle third of the order due up for the Chiefs as Manny Del Carmen will try to complete a 5-out save. Ben Waldrop to lead things off. And Waldrop grounds this one to third. Silvestro has it. Fires on to first. In time, 1 pitch, 1 out. And now Levi Ventura. 0 for 3, struck out twice against Drew Brzezowski, and grounded into a 5-3 double play to end the fifth. Del Carmen with the full windup and the pitch. Upstairs, ball one with a fastball. Del Carmen, the fourth pitcher of the night for the Blue Sox. And the 1-0. Broken bat foul the other way, and it's 1-1. And the camera froze again. I'm sorry, folks. I'll fix that as quickly as I can. Go audio only for now. As that's fouled into the overhang. And it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Del Carmen with the second strikeout, and the Chiefs down to their final out. And it's in the person of Pete Copa. 1 for 2, singled and scored last inning. Del Carmen with his hands held high, and the pitch. Misses inside with the fastball, ball 1. The 1-0. Chop to short. Brown fires to first. In time, and the Blue Sox win. Blue Sox hold on. The 5 runs was enough after all. And in a game that took 1 hour and 42 minutes, the winning pitcher is Nick Godfroy. He improves to 2-2. The losing pitcher is Jared Frenny. He falls to 3-2. The save goes to Manny Del Carmen. It's his first. The final totals for the Blue Sox, who improve to 13-7 and take second place in the Intercity League. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 6 left. And for the Andre Chiefs, who fall to 9-12, stay in 7th place in the ICL. 2 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 10 left. Our players of the game are Drew Brzezowski, 3 runs, 3 innings, 3 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Manny Del Carmen, a perfect 5-out save. And on the offensive end, we'll go with Justin Silvestro, who was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So the Blue Sox, after some frustrating losses in 3 of their 4 games and even a frustrating win in between, they get a big win against their arch rivals and win the season series 3-1 against the Andre Chiefs. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand, or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 5 and the Andre Chiefs 2. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.